mutya. Good morning, my people. I'm going to be conversing to you about yesterday's inspection. We bought that Mark 2 grand Jemwara Bemo post. Jena posting to Basawa de Kumizachiro. I think I posted it before I went to bed at around 10 or 11. I don't remember what time it was. Then I remembered it when I posting. Nenga mwasuze mutia. Touch me, baby, you love me. If what I did, I'm moving to my wange. It's over, you made my life easy. So fun and all that to papa. When I'm done, when I'm up, you're stuck in me. Good morning, Master Mutia. This is a feet. I'm steady. Baby girl, you were rock with me. You were stuck in me, girl. Hold your book, Mukumacha. Hold it, baby, you speak with a voice, it's in my definition. Yeah, to get a Mark 2 grand. Baby girl, you will rock with me. You were stuck with me. Like the broadcast people, you're 34, you have only 10 likes. You take a likes as a munya. Liking him, any good time? Ashes. Sembela, ome good tire. Cheturina, Terija Chigenda, Nabasunga, Nawana Magamba. You're my number one, gonna become my wife. Nabasunga, Nawana Magamba. Nabagamba, Teriaku Twala, Teriaku Sobola, Careful day out. Baby girl, yeah. that for me. So I do the simple thing for her. She gave me one. Everything she do give me one, you know. She call her okay, man. I love the girl. She don't want me. What's the mutia? What's the mutia? This is the money. Together, we're going to come back to brand new troubles yesterday. Wacho nimbo. So, the person we bought the back to brand with yesterday, we have been talking about. But then getting nyo. So yesterday we bought a Mac 2. That was his goal. Yeah, I got a Mac 2 brand from the beginning. We bought the car a little over his budget by 1.5 million shillings. Budget here million. Initially the budget was 11 million. Yeah. But when you want to get something good, normally budget of course, in the past, I think the last Mac 2 brand is 12. What Trajugula? There was one we got up 10.5. Then I think the last one Trajugula 12 was it? Yeah. But the last one Rakwena Tia, but then this one was too good. Someone Kasoke Mbagambe ya can't come. If you're planning to buy a car and you want to work with a friend of yours, because the situation that happened yesterday, this gentleman that was buying a car, he has a friend of his, he's the actual person, he's the person that drove him back home. The gentleman who travels in Hoima. He came from Hoima, but then he was going back to Hoima the very day. And so he had a friend of his who was supposed to drive him back to Hoima. Now this is the trouble, and we get it so many times. And because normally I think it might really get me into trouble. So I want to say this live broadcasting. If you come to do a purchase of a car and you want me to do pre-purchase inspection, and you have a person you know that knows about cars, knows a lot of brokers, please be open with them. Tell them, you know what, man, I want to buy a car, this type of car. If you know any brokers and they have options, let's look at them. This is something I've been saying so many times, but now if you want me to do inspection for you, we do it my way. Okay? Now this is going to be the method. When you come, we go to the cars, to the options. Yeah. Tell your brokers, tell your brokers to round off all the options to Zidabi to Ronde Mwezo. Which again, I want that if at all I'm going to help you find a car, I want that to be the very last option. Which again. And we have faced this so many times. But broker, you have a broker. And me, I have no problem with brokers. The only thing is that brokers use their tricks. Sometimes you guys don't know them. The story for the brokers change. The story for the brokers would be, or you ata atulemesa. Ochitegere, right? Orumu mujja kunkozesa ensobi nkuleko ogule buguzi mmotoka ogende. I did that yesterday. Nabadde mulesa agule mmotoka agende. But this is what is going to happen. This is what is going to happen. We shall always look at all your options. Yeah? And we shall pick the best of all those cars. Now, if at all I believe, like what happened yesterday, if at all I believe that with your money you can get something better, or you can top up a little bit of money and get something better. Then we can move around and try to look at those cars. And some of the brokers that you guys know, I also know. Some of the brokers that you guys know, I know, and I can call them. Like the day the other time, we bought a Vitz. These guys were telling me to put White King, and we did call him, but he wasn't available. Now, when that guy is not available, again, we have gone through that a lot. Muyombia Mark, Mugalasi Joshua Mixed Farm, JFK Arts, Wabuyi Nelson, Tusime Eddie, Reynald Jordan, Triple M, Oza Mosantu. Banange wewe yagana kubuze ko wano live. One kakakome nebo gamba good morning choka. Mutumba Pade Paul Sema Todi Ronald Majwala Julius Musema Saddam Balviz Morad K Momo Sebugwao Medi Travel Life Vlog Nuwa ilinyari soka lyagana. Ata what's the problem with the Yamaha engine in Alteza? that will be a story for another day. Just don't buy it. Ntongo Helen Travel Life Vlog. Ata what is the fuel consumption of the Mark II Grand? Now Mark II Grand, the Mark II Grand egenda kuwa about 6 kilometers per liter chobomanya 6 to 8 kilometers, but it also depends how you drive it. Kati nze bwe nali nvuga SC ewange nanywe emitwalo 5 baji mpera Kawanda I think nenjivuga nengena paka ewange, then the next day I came back to town 50. I think it was 50. Was it just 50? Zenjitya atenga njaga is really comfortable. And Kayongo Vianney, after despite the fuel consumption, a grand clear nyo grand really comfortable jireke no jireka. Ben Kako, Joseph Balikudembe, Chris Fitness Dubulwa, Nuhurira Tom, Bernard Odongo, Jombwe Juma, Brian Wanyama, Edwin Mugerwa, Senyonga Ronald, BU Service Uganda, Ochaloy Daniel. Yes, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys have had a very good morning. You had a good night. You slept well. But I know of someone that just got a sudden pain yesterday. And as of now, I could bed rest because that pain hasn't really gone away. And you'll be surprised that the diagnosis is funny. But you need to thank whichever God you worship, because I happen to understand that you guys bulioma worshipinga katonda wanja waliwo abasamize, waliwo abakiza mu Jehova, waliwo abakiza mu God, waliwo abakiriza mu Yasua, bamutani yakuwa yachi Yahweh, okitegeera Yahweh, waliwo abakiza mu Jesus the Christ alone, waliwo ababusobozi. So whoever God you worship, if you're doing well, you need to really thank God that you're not toina wakuruma. Those who will come without any options, Joseph, if people come without options, we go and look at those options together. We call the brokers, but it's very hard for you to come gatoina broker go manye, because I know my people do research. So okubira ko kwa broker boda bieko somewhere, and then you look at those options. And then we go and look at the options they have for us. Me, I know that the brokers, no, it's the brokers that actually see these cars normally. The Mark II Grand, surprisingly, I later realized, you guys remember the Mark II Musota we bought at 9 million? You remember? The person that owned that Mark II, he's the same person go twaguzeko Mark II Grand. Banange ensi ntono. Era toyisanga abantu obubi because omuntu omulala ajja kugwako. Good morning Lukwago Arthur, how are you? Mark II Grand versus Primo 2008 via Comfort. That's a tight spot. I think I'll take the Primo 2008. Okay. What the Mark II Grand has that the Primo that doesn't have is the weight. The Mark II Grand has weight on the road, and that alone contributes to the comfort. Emoroka bwebere ezitowa waliwo empewo gyotawulira. There is wind you don't hear, there is vibrations you don't hear. So you guys have heard of how the Toyota Century has a lot of padding. It's towulira biribweru. Lexus is emoroka ezo nti the Land Rover bogala wenda biwamu bwoti kati owulire ne moroka. We have closed the windows. We literally hear almost nothing outside. But cars like the Mark II Grand, ate zo ziggalawo nnyo. Okitegeera zo ziggalawo nnyo. And it has so much to do with the weight. But bwe liba lizitowamu, then nebino padding bye bagenda bateekamu ebyo ebintu nabyo bijongera okukola soundproofing n'ebeera nga ebivyo bwe tekola ki tewulira nnyo. So kyekiri mu Mark X's kati Primo tetuuka weight ya Mark II Grand. Kitegeeza Mark II Grand jasingako ku comfort. But me, why would I buy a Primo? It's because the Primo gives me almost the comfort. Primo tetuuka comfort ya Mark II Grand tesobola. Tetuuka na comfort ya Mark X, but it's almost there. It's almost there. So Mark II Grand mujireke baba. I actually think in a way the Mark II Grand is kind of much more comfortable than the Mark X. That's what I think. You know why I think like that? I've sat in the Mark X, I've sat in the Mark II Grand, I've driven both cars, and I still think that the Mark II Grand is better than the Mark X. Why? Mark X but the Mark II Grand is something else. I think as these guys were refining, as they kept making cars, they kept refining the material. Bagenda bakolanga bakendeza ku buzito bw'ebintu bye bakozesa probably for the environment and all. But nebeera bidanti waliwo bye bajjamu. Era bw'otula mu crown y'essaawa eno n'otula mu crown ya 1996. The 1996 crown is much more comfortable than the 2014 or 2012 or 2020 crown. Of course, the soundproofing are just sigaranga yomu, but they find lighter things to use, and as they find lighter things to use, obugumivu bugwawo okisegeera. So personally, I think the Mark II Grand is better than the Mark X. It's better than the Primo. Mark II Grand is 2000 cc. Ata tuweyo kalaivu ku motoka enkadde nga gituwale mostly price kuba emotoka zaalinye and people babuseera nnyo. Kale ngenda kikolako. Albert Saba, how are you, my brother? Listed the Council Patrick Asiku. Katamba Isaac Katende, Mini, morning my man. I saw a new TikTok account in your name. Yes, it is mine. I created a backup account because it seems like I have people that are going around balopa those my videos. I don't know why they are doing that, and I keep getting strikes. So as I keep getting strikes, I created a new TikTok account. It's for the love of cars. I think for the love of cars 2023. So with the blue shirt, and of course the videos have to be me. You cannot create. AI hasn't got to the level where it creates a believable author. So yes, it's mine. If you can share the TikTok account as well, share it by subscribing. It's growing a little bit. I think I'm used to those big numbers on TikTok. Like now when I see 1,000 followers and then I see almost 100K. Yeah, so I just created a backup. Annie James Adolfo, how are you? Nabimanya, I thought the word you're looking for is insulation. Bantume mujoze muluzungu. Mujoze nze ne mukataga. Mazoku byogera padding kate goleta chikamo insulation. You are embarrassing me in public. Yeah? You are embarrassing me in public. Jeke yali yasarawo. Nganjogera ebigambo byange ebyoluzungu najjana ngambo oyogedde chifu. That is the opposite of what you mean. Jeke. Yeah? Naye naguma nze gwe mulaba sicha biduduma kati. Nani nga alengera Corolla yange maaso eri. Yo yennyini nga akeera ono omwana. Corolla yiri maaso. Nemwe Corolla ine engeri gyenyirira. Nze mbadde nagirabye nga eyingire ekkubo nga sinza na kukkiriza ndebe. Yeyo! Mwe! Corolla ng'enyirira. Njibalengeze. Mulengera aka IST. Maaso g'aka IST Corolla yeeriyo. naye ine engeri gyenyirira mukama katonda aye mukama bwakuwata okola kyoyisa buyisa mukono mu maaso nakuba kati nyina mugalubindi oyisa buyisa mukono mu maaso n'ogamba alhamdulillah. Kolola ine engeri gyenyirira nze mbadde njeeganye. Bro, what's the average fuel consumption of a Ractis? Now nze nvuga SC all the time, and I get around 11-12, sometimes 13, depending on what roads I'm driving on. Depending on what roads I'm driving on, 11, 12, 13. But that's because I do SC. So if you don't do SC, I'm thinking you'll go up to like 15, 15, 16. I think I'm addicted to SC, but I also want my car to keep clean. I want the cabin to stay clean. And one way to keep the cabin, I use SC all the time. Na yero ogendo kujiranga enfufu eri ku dashboard, because ovuga SC na ye buli wo parking somewhere you open enfufu na yingira. Kati oro omuntu atavuga SC okitegeera. So yeah. By the way, ka video ka visitor nkali bana visitor yo ngende njimalize nja uploading PhD ya doctor yakoba ngende ko ndina assignment njimale submitting naye mama kutuka ku PhD nga tsibyangu kati nonya sende sasura tuition wa papers zino zendi mukola naye mu male naye mama mukama yamanyi. But ka today story ya Mark 2 grand guys. So this gentleman calls me about a couple of days ago and was telling me I got a good Mark 2 grand. He has about 11 million. Now I was of course in a way, because I knew 11 million or so from a Mark 2 grand, but you may not be able to get a Mark 2 grand that is as good as the one we got, which tegera. And I wanted to tell him nenga sagara mu discouraging, because tomanyo inzo discouraging omuntu ati nemuja mukatai ne mujifuna. So he came yabada ina option. He came late, by the way. Tuwesanga to aitunude a little bit more, but he came late. Yaze yakutuse sawa mukaga. I think we have to consider the journey he took from Hoima to Kampala. Yatuse sawa mukaga na kubiranga ali ku motoka. So I drove and went to the car. It was a Mark 2 brand yabade UAV. It was black. It wasn't good at all. Electronics wanozonanga nfu za eseri gas nga jali maso nenga no electronics izo nafu. One thing you guys have to understand about Mark 2 grands is that what screen one iraga ebintu bya SCVC yo yefanyo. So most Mark 2 grands, that thing is dead. Then Moroke yade with a lot of accident history. Nga baji kuba maso ne bagikola bubi baji kuba side eno. Then the suspension system was all crooked nga okujigulu inatandikira mu repairing the suspension system. So we did Mark 2 grand is for engine, but still that was a lot. And then the owner was saying 13 million. This guy had offered him 10.5 namgamba jangola, probably because he knows the problems of his car. But of course generally nze nganze that Mark 2 grand je twagenzeko nze sobola gisamu sente zange. Right now I value my money a lot. Mark 2 grand je twagenzeko, the one we first saw, bweba yakugulwa inogulwa million yeza 5 ate 5 nga toyina ne 5 nazo nye amanye million 5 ezo zigule moroka jomanyi nti otukira mu garage ate nga Mark 2 grand. You guys, there are 3 cars that I know that don't just die: the Mark 2 Musota, the Mark 2 grand, and Corolla ngenyirira nnyo. Mwe, I'm surprised. Mark 2 grand, Mark 2 Musota ne Mark X zemoroka tezimala gafa naddala wansi eyo. Nze navuga Mark 2 Musota omwaka mulamba nga sigikuteeko wansi ate nga njivuga buli lunaku okitegeera. So osangira omuntu nga Mark 2 grand eyononese suspension to the extent that eri emipiira because imoroka yabadde eridde emipiira. So kitegeeza before this guy going to Hoima, he had to buy 4 tires, he had to work on the suspension, do alignment. Then of course the electronics here were not working. Then emoroka yabadde accident. Omanyi wabawo emoroka gyogula nga bwogigula egenda kusala million nga 6. That's exactly what I told him. So why would you buy? Kubane bobo omuntu omuwadde million 10. Why would you buy a car at 10 million ng'okimanyi gwono ogimalira boti bagenda kukuwa nnyo ba 5? Okitegera ate nga nowe 5 wakunoonya nnyo oba you're going to convince this person impaamu 5. So that's what happened with Mark 2 grand. And then I remember I had seen a Mark 2 grand UBS somewhere. So we went and saw it, but nayo, it was okay by the way. All the tires were new, the body was intact, the engine was intact, AC worked, interior was really clean. It had one problem, and then of course the owner wanted 14 asking price. The windscreen was cracked, and then you see one lining of the door. One footrest, I think. When you open the door and you put your foot there, now that's the thing with all Mark II brands. The rust was too much. Those are two problems that I saw with that Mark II brand. And then of course the other problem was the pricing. And then the pricing 14 for a UBA is also not so bad. But I say let's look at another auction. So then we went and saw this one that we bought. And then that's when this guy Gambi, that's when he joined us, the driver that was going to drive his friend. Then we saw this car, perfect. Everything was omanye moroka ngeringa moroka yabadde dugala ngabo mugira, but still you would see moroka nesinga UBA to vokulaba. Still this person was yabadde asaba million oba 14. But nga olaba UFV boji comparing na UBA, the UFV is even worth the 14, UBA is not. So at that moment the option was, do we go back and bargain on the UBA, which is not really, because you have to buy a windscreen there and then in Morocco jikuranga to Sam. So we started bargaining on that car. And in the beginning the owner said I want 13 million, and then the buyer was offering 11. And then that's when this friend of his started saying nayo Morocco yabajisera inakuba million munana. Now there are certain statements that come out of your friends when you come to buy cars that surprise me, that really surprised me. So he says that car is supposed to be 8 million, the Mark II brand jemura bay. And I asked him, do you have someone that has those Mark II brands at 8 million that are like this one? And he says yes. And I asked him akolera wa, he says akolera ku Jambo in Nakawa. And I say to him, you know what, call him. Because normally when you guys come with your friends to buy cars, Arthur stands one problem. One problem, like the guy was going to drive him to Hoima. One problem that I saw was him going so I told him, call your broker. He called him. We go to Nakawa. When we went to Nakawa to Asanze Mark II branding, UBE. And I asked the broker, how much is this car? The broker says, no, you know how brokers can be. So we checked the car, of course, the Morocco had the accident. And what they did is they bought a nose cut. Completely okay. Welding. You know welding on your chenziji. That's not how you that's not how you weld. That's not how you attach a nose cut to a car. Welding on your chenziji. Antonio Katichachi tegeda. When you're attaching a nose cut to a car, you use gas. Or you gas go boche sa. Abe Morocco bocha exhaust. That's what they used to weld the nose cut. It was a UBE. Munda yabade nungi body yabade nayenga nose cut. Nose cut eyo boba tobimanyo yinzo obutajiraba. Ti nose cut nyongeko. Now, emoroka je bayunzeko nose cut ebera na buzibuki. Emoroka je bayunzeko nose cut, anytime the nose cut cracks. Na dalanga bayunze bubinga bwe bayunze eyo. Anytime the nose cut can crack. Now the nose cut cracks, baba bayungako ka half okuva mumpaji okudda maaso. Ne bagiyungisa ki? Ne bagiyungisa omuliro gwa welding ogwo gwa masanyalazi. Emoroka yaba bazikola tebaziyungisa masanyalazi. Okitegeera. Tebaziyungisa masanyalazi, baziyungisa gas. But anyway, ebyo bikyali awo. So after we check the cafe ne tulaba ebizibu byayo, and then the broker n'atandika bana abasajja bambye bagale moroka ya raisi bangambye balina million 8. So when this guy called his broker, he told him to agagula Mark II brand ya million 8. But the brokers are not bad. The brokers are business people. The broker will tell you, come nenga na yachi maita moroka taina moroka million 8. But normally what these brokers think, they hope that you're going to be a kapere ojeweka bakunyangalaze botuka nga bakufunire yo 8 tebagenda kuwa Mark II brand nga bakufunire yo 8. So the UBE definitely had its own issues. Now, after we let the UBE go, this is where the gist of the story is. After we let the UBE go, I asked that broker, Toina yo motoka andala. The UBE na atugamba UBE bagirese bagisubuza million 10 na mmeka 15. UBE under normal circumstances you'd buy the UBE like minimum would be like 19 to 20 right now in the current market. So I asked him, don't you have another one? So he takes us to a UAX Mark II brand, and it's 15 cash money. So now this is where I asked the broker and these guys, okay, if this UAX is 15 million and the UBE is 15 million, the UBE definitely looked better than the UAX. Then I asked these guys, why don't you think these guys are not bargaining to buy that UBE at 12 and they sell it at like 18 or 19 or even 20? If it's really that good. This is the one thing that you guys forget sometimes. There is no broker that is going to call you to buy a car if you can buy it and make money off of it. Now, the UBE Mark II brand that they called us for, there was no way the brokers are going, the traders will make money off of it by buying it, because they know it has that accident problem. They badly put nose guard. The moment you buy it, you're going to get into repairs. You start by repairing. First of all, that car definitely the AC system is fried. Now, among other issues that will come with it, wheel alignment issues, because a motor keeps saying things they yunga ko nose card. Babaji yunga bubi kitegeza bapima bubi. Baba bapima bubi, the wheel alignment will disturb the motor. Is a motor zosanga evuge de no steering ina sigala ngo jikuto kudda mu line. Kitegera. So, but all that, me, I would ask you one issue, one thing for you to remember, because sometimes you guys go and you don't go with me. Always ask yourself, if this broker is asking me to come and buy this at a price that is unbelievably low, why isn't he buying it? Why isn't he buying it if it's really a very good deal? Then it's very all about brokers. Basobola n'okwegata ne bagamba emmotoka eyo ya busuuzi fe tugisoobole tugitunde tukoleko amagoba gattaano. Kataina, me, I know brokers that are my friends, but they never call me for those deals. They don't. As long as that person has money or his broker friends have money, he stands to win more if a broker or trader buys it than if you buy it. So chechabade ku Mark II brand hiyo. Era bwe twabaza okulaba UAX, the other one now seemed like it was a bargain. So we went and bargained again, and then the guy accepted 12.5. Now, what's the trouble I'm getting with the pre-purchase inspection as a service for me? It's that sometimes I end up looking like the enemy. All those brokers wanted money. Their goal was to make sure that we buy that Mark II brand, the UBE, to make money. Do you know what happens when a friend of yours that thinks they know the price of in the market comes? That's why normally I want to have a conversation before we head out to the market with all the parties that are going to be involved in the decision making. It's because if we head out into the market with one of you guys not briefed, not updated with the market prices, yeah, otuuka ojja kukyaya Arthur bakati those brokers are winaka waawe ababadde ku mmoroka eyo bo muli bamanyi Arthur yabasuuzizza omugaati okitegeera. That's why oli bwe yagula eri Spasio n'agigula sente ze natuuka n'enkivamu nga ndaba ngenda kutuuka mbeere ng'omulabe. But of course kati kwoyo eyagula si eyampita, so my loyalty was not to him, my loyalty was to this guy eyampita. Okitegeera. So if you're ever going to come with a person to help you select a car or buy a car and you want Arthur to do pre-purchase inspection for you, mulete jangu nayo mulundi gumu. We talk about what expectations there are, then we probably call all the brokers we can call before we head out to the market to know what options they have and what prices they have. One thing I've realized is that when you guys deal with brokers or dealing on a broker mulundi gumwebi nolowoza kat all of a sudden he's your friend. Okitegera. Or dealing on a broker mulundi gumwebi nolowoza, oh, now this guy is working for my interests. odinga naye omuntu gumu ebiri noloza kati ebyemoroko obimanyi okusinga abalala bonna. Because when this guy was taking us to Nakawa yabadde ngamba nze moroka zenvuga zi mark to grand nze nzigula bulijjo wano toyinza ko mark to grand eyo ya million 8 okitegeera. And I was curious, actually I went for 2 reasons. First of all, to satisfy him, but also in case there was a mark to grand as good as the one we bought at 8 million, I really wanted to have his plug. Nabane yarambe ne broker because kati your broker we abaina a supply of cheap vehicles in a during a time when cheap vehicles that are good are not so common. So that's exactly what happened. And to say, oh, so I asked this, I told the guy, namuga katoraba byotukozesa nakugambi mmotoka yeteri yo million 8. I called the broker said he has it bichi nenzire wa broker ko broker nedda angambi ayina million 8 mugambe mmotoka yo inakuba ne million 13 oba 15 okitegeera kati nga bonna ebintu byebogera tebikwatagana. So and normally in this conundrum oba ekigambo kitadde watuufu in this equation in this combination of events go olulira in this combination of events Arthur is on the losing end. Okitegeera lwaki nti your brokers will see me as a stumbling block mbalemesa okukola okitegeera. Because I will tell you one thing, omwami otwamusanze kuli mark to grand je bagambi yabadde mbi ye yabadde ready okukisasula kitaiza abagenda yekka yabadde agenda gula mark to grand yeyo yabadde mbi. Secondly, the other UBE amazimagali nti mwenna nga bwe muli wano mulaba live broadcast ngojeka aba in experience ennyo mu moroka mark to grand eri UBE mwabadde mukigula with these issues because yabadde bagifuuye bulungi ng'omuntu atamanyi kwetegereza. You will miss that nose cut thing. But normally with the cars, and I've done a nose cut before, it cracks. Especially done with poor guys that do poor work here in Kampala. It will crack. Now when it cracks, baba inakuddamu bajocherere oba bagitemeko badde bagiyongeko bulungi. Okitegeera. So that's why normally people discourage you from buying accident cars. Actually, traders will not buy an accident car. That's why moroka eri yabadde ku UBE ngona agira mu million 15 nenga abasubuzi tebaba gaining because for them they knew a moroka accident ojigula ne kukwata anti buli ajabi kebera okitegeera munagamba saba tadde ko kubala kate mbajjukiza nkola pre-purchase inspection bachali bange bwo ogenda gule moroka and you want to buy a good car with good guidance. I'm your guardian angel. I come with a mechanic not waye mitwalo 45 jokka eje mitwalo 45 it pays for my time, the mechanic's time na after gatutwala mu moroka. The 450,000 ezo zosasula zikavaringa Kampala yekka mu Central Business District bamwe muli emoroka ezennungi emoroka ezebbayi tuzitambuddemu ko ebisere bisinga teziba nnungi era bwo boya gatufulume mtu tugendeko wa Kiso tugendeko wa uyongeramu sente za mafuta itugenda kubaffe tubimanyi okitegeera emitwalo agana mu 5 getucharge. It seems like it's a lot of money, but for people that have made wrong decisions by ignoring my counsel Boba Chimanyi, and it's not like if you don't go with Arthur you'll make a mistake. No, you can go without Arthur and you get a very good car. People have done it. There are people that have just paid me for consultation and neighbors have ngatenda agenda na mana agenda nafu ne moroka nga nungi okitegeera. Yeah, but especially for guys that are buying or used cars as a Kampala, paying Arthur for consultation might give you a plus nti waliwo ensobizo ogenda okuwona okitegeera because people have understood you nti mwabagule moroka mwagala nnyo ebinyirira, you like glittery things, so they make the car glitter nenyirira nnyo ne weesanga nga ebiseera ebimu ojja gigwamu kapaso kaliko yubbeje mukalaga kafuwa omukka tekafuwa amazzi ogwo mukka mutono oyinza obutagulengera nze ngulaba gwa white. So pre-purchase inspection, then into the trackers emmoroka tracker ya 3.5 ne yana 5. The difference is that yana 5 erina amado osobola jikubako n'owulira bali mu moroka byeboogera. Alarms za mitwalo 21, then nyinawo radio za mitwalo 5.5 ejja ne reverse camera, free installation bw'ogigula. Henry ya credit card bannange ebintu bintwala bakyali bange Nyina omuzannyo mpya gwenkola baguyita Richard III gwa Shakespeare ate nze nzanya Richard eri character nungi. Richard III is a very nice play because Richard intentionally became bad. Mwena wali obaddekawo omuntu nakola ekinoga mu muntu ono singa mbadde nsobola omukuba, but Richard III ye yabakubanga, and I'm going to play that role simply because of who he is. Senga fenna twayisobola okukola revenge Richard zaakola. Of course the world will be chaotic, but still. So batyo bwe twaguze Mark II brand eggulo million 12 n'ekitundu, era bwe twagiguze bwe bagenze bugenzi ne bakola service ne beeyongerayo hoima, sinaddamu kufuna simu yaabwe. Normally you people call me only when things are not going right. When things go wrong, when things go right, I don't get phone calls from you. That's the one thing I've understood. Normally if the car is good, the transfer takes long, then that's when I get your phone calls. Nesenge moroka ebeera nungi ne transfer nebeera nungi, I never hear from you again. So yesterday the guy bamuvuze bamina agende hoima. I know the battle same name Mark II Grand recafted. Bo Mark II actually the comfort that you get with the Mark II Grand might only be if you want to get a Subaru. It would be the Subaru Legacy B4. But even those cars have a rough suspension. I tell you, say that Mark II Grand that we bought, tebagiwanikanga mune height yayo yeyo, tebagitekanga mu ya the spacers. Eri ku height eri original nga bwe bagigula mu Bond. Okisa kati yo comfort yayo eba something else. It's just that humps in enene ezomu byalo batezibuko boy no giwanika mbobo yakalebuka ku humps zomu byalo. If you want the comfort of the Mark II Grand, one watch kino ki Subaru Outback. The Subaru Outback will give you the comfort that almost at the newer models CBD ebikadde. What was this Outback emyaka emipya they sobola okuwa comfort ya Mark II Grand. Kandabe ani gwe saabuuzi zaako bannange nakomyewa okubuuza ku bantu nakomye ku BU services Uganda. Fred and Life Stories, how are you? Kayongo Vianney by the okay. Nathan, good morning. Edwin Mugerwa, it sounds nice to own two cars in traffic jam. I'm really blessed you compete with your own car. Sienta and Spacio, which one is better? Spacio is overpriced, so I would buy a Sienta. Just make sure you buy one that doesn't have any faults. Abanda bavuga Sienta zobazivuga bubi, so you have to be very careful. Not atomera. Yeah, but me, I would definitely buy the Sienta. Yes, nchimanya abantu abasinga Sienta temuzaagala, but me nze katisibola motoka by the way. Eyo Subaru che. Mugirabe Subaru. Iringa Rush. Ojirabye? Rogers Ajuna, hi. Paul Sema S repeating I think between 60 and 80k. Frank Waswa, how much? Primo 2008, Katojafuna 2010 yao. Bena ni milioni ngapi mukaga. Okufuna nungi. Twa hawalakira, hi. Jerome, Munich Maniac, hi. Lucky Mose, good morning. Nanyange Hana, hi. Lucky Mose bagaye babroka ebabira banji come another day. Anti Lucky Mose, you have to understand there are people that can't come another day. Why? Like this person was going to Hoima. Yaze Kampala kugula moroka day Hoima. Ukitegeera. So under those circumstances you buy the best alternative you have. How much is Subaru SJ5 2016? I have no idea what that is. I have no. Olaba nebonziza mu Toyota notandika okungamba Toyota SP because bitya ayu eyo sibikwata nze nkwata bituyamba nga gwanga. Subaru Toyota Prado, Toyota Sienta. I love cars naye ebyokukwata mbongo bingi sijatuuka waawo. Njagala nnyo emmotoka naye sijja awuŋŋaanya otuukawo muganda wange hana sijjatuukawo. Arthur, Primo Super and Primo Ordinary compare the same. Yes, of course they vary in prices. Council Patrick, the Primo Super is sold expensively. Of course it looks better, the interior is better. I think there is even something in the gearbox that doesn't exist. That's something I'm still studying. Super tenywa nyonga ate Ordinary. Of course nebo Super businga buli 500 naye nga ate Ordinary nyingi ziri mu 800. You get it? So and literally anyone that has been exposed to both cars would want to buy a Primo Super. Okitegeera. Ekikujjamu nti ebisente nti you'll need to understand that ogenda okugula Primo Super $1,13,000 Ordinary eba ya 8. okitegeera. Andrew Okuni, hi, how are you? It's my pleasure. Sonko Gerald kyekiriwo muganda wange. Alex mugirayo bwenyirira nedda eyo gundi bagiyita batino etali Alex amanya gambo zabuzaago Ranix olaba kati ndijjukidde kati olaba ogusubaru ogwo gusubaru gutuuka mu comfort ya Mark 2 Grand ogwo gutuyiseeko gu Outback gusobola okutuuka mu comfort ya Mark 2 Grand naye mwe Mark 2 Grand erina comfort from what I've seen, it's even much more comfortable than the Mark X. The Mark X looks better than the Mark 2 Grand, but it's not as comfortable as the Mark 2 Grand. UAB 155J. Oh, now wajirabye Nathan. By the way, Arthur, I have a BMW X5 2009 waiting to sell it. What's the price of the UG? I have no idea. Ate mono. Yeah, Momo. Those cars don't really have a standard price. They are cars that are sold due to who wants it. Demand dictates the price of your cars. It's the demand that will dictate whether you sell it or not and at what price. People have sold BMW X5s, X6s at even 8 and 7 million because the demand was not there. Ngata agala sente okitegeera. Matovu Henry, you call me. My number is in the description of this channel. You call me via ni chechiriwo obula nnyo wanda bwe nalaja nanga neiba batufuti yange eri ku by'amasanyalaze. Matembe Abdul Nasa, good morning. PhD Case Suna, amina. Vianney agamba, on any day I will go for Spasio. Sienta is very ugly. Ndozora abantu abatagala Sienta bajiwala nabuwalanye. Sienta taina buzibu mbwera bikabubi nemwe nze Spasio bagiseera sanga oli nga atuna Spasio yubiki UAZ mbu milioni 13 ngula ki ngula Sienta yange nga neyagala, which is better between Toyota IST and Ranex. It depends on the budget. The Ranex and the Alex are being sold too expensively as well. Ziringa bolaba Spasio nze kyagala sikula moroka ziri overpriced. At least nvuga person naye nga tebansedde, because the thing is you will drive a car nebagikuseda nga it's your dream car naye bwebanga si ye dream car yo aguze moroka etambula asinga. So but me I think the ISTs, both ISTs are good, ziri intact kukubo. They are very easy to maneuver, very easy to maintain. And but fuel consumption ya IST ne Ranex. Webanga Ranex erimu 1.5, IST erimu 1.3. It's literally the same from what I've seen. You know mutu gwe manyi. Nina abantu babiri bemanyi abadina IST ngo lumba zi parking ozinywa wawe batayina sente simanyi. Julius Vanguard obanga avuga kawundo oba RAV4 zirimu biribina tezirina. I have a Primoto 2008, just pay Arthur for inspection. Muwulidde 2008 bweri Brian Wanyama agitunda. Friend the life stories. Practice, it depends where you're buying. Practice ebera mu milioni enkadde bala milioni nga 17 18 simanyi weri, but that's what I'm telling you. 17 18 lulirwe twali tutambula titwagiraba. By the way zitwala bazonna zali mu milioni 2. You have a soft spot for Toyota Kruger. Actually, I don't think I have a soft spot for the Kruger. I just think I have a soft spot for cars. Just sim moto kambi, but I don't think I would lose sleep over it. Nina kumala ji owuninga nenda bebirungi ekisoka ya biribina kati sagala bintu binyonyo mafuta. Hi Ibrahim. Vianney, Arthur, you just love the Mark 2 Grand, but the Mark X beats the Grand down. I've driven both cars, Vianney. Zombie zivuze. Zombie, by the way. And I still think the Mark 2 Grand HR in a Ekuba Mark X more comfort. Mark X is CMB. Near the Grand. Newer Valmatic better than the Romeo. No, definitely not. Why? The Newer has a big body. If never somewhere in Yamuni Romeo, no Jacunyam, Banga Chibode Chinene. Good morning, JK. Me, my mother-in-law, told us if we buy ourselves a Sienta, her dream would have come true. She's in love with it. Yeah, Moroka Vianney Jav Manti and be yo. Vianney ngo JK Parana, Kamoto Kako Kakozechi. Kale Sike Karunje Chidia, Nayeda. The chimvus are sparse Jones in Gabajin. The chimvus are sparse. The chimvus are sparse. Where can I go to learn piano? I know zero music. If you know zero music and you want to learn piano, me, I would advise get someone that knows how to play piano. Omugamba kusomese. You guys, eventually maybe skills as mutwe. You get someone that is doing what you want to do, the way you want to do it, and then you pay them. But also you need to first of all, before you go, tell him I'm recommending the piano job or keyboard. Buy it, put it at home. Then gabogenda you know soma bode wakango practicing. Those things go with practice. Me, I learned a bit of guitar. And then I did not practice, and then I think I lost everything now. Because but it takes practice. Without practice, ensonga lwaki abazungu bo bakubanya ebyo ebivuga because bazadde bawe babategekera. Kati omwana abeera myaka gy'ekivubuka nga abaana baffe bakimira amazzi biki, omwana w'omuzungu abeera ku piano, abeera ku gita, abeera ku ngoma, bwe ng'owuwa agenze ku luzzi kuleeta amazzi. Okitegera ffe wano abaana baffe bagenda okwenjera ku busaawe, omwana w'omuzungu abeera ku piano nga practicinga. Okitegeera. The front headlights look like that of a boda. Kale mwe muvume Sienta y'abannammwe. Toyota Progress is not bad. Buy. Just to make you suffer with fuel consumption and some mechanical challenges. But why would you be buying a Toyota Progress now? I know they are cheap. That's probably why you're even considering buying the car. Sienta kale bobu tanda tebula bikabulungi naye sebe kaize ka. Nze sikyaboola mmotoka nze kasiteba nga tenjavu wazi. I drive. Nze sibola. I don't even have a dream car nze nga Arthur. Sina dream car nze kati nvuga buvuzi. Kasita ntuuka gye ndaga. Kujja kati njaga kuddamu vuga VTs yansigalamu. But there is another year of Sienta which ate yo nze ndabikira bubinye ebiboxi. Balinga abakopa Rumioni naye ne batatuuka bulungi. Kano kamuruka kika Arioni Axio. Iyo Vanguard. I actually think I don't like the Vanguard. Nzenga Arthur. Nzokugula Vanguard ngula mu kawundo. Nzenga Arthur. I know that so many people disagree with me. Nenze ngula mu kawundo. Omanyi it doesn't. Of course sibola moroka naye bwe mba nyina choice. There is no way I would buy the Vanguard. It doesn't look good at all. I know it looks strong and all, but I would buy a kawundo. But the Vanguard is stronger because kuyiriba kupambana ipambana. But I would definitely buy the Kawundo because the Kawundo is mobimanyi namwe. Twabadde tutambula n'omusajja olinga tugenda okugula emmoroka, and then we saw the Wish, the Valvematic Wish. It's like Wish kinama bina, Wish kinama bina. Ayaya kirabe. You people can be passionate about things. The guy who was saying Wish kinama bina. Nyina we situuka. Kayatoli yansuse koli yaguze VTs. I saw your video on TikTok. We work for our children, most especially girls. Can I have to work for my girl? Buy her a car in CDK. Nemwe bagayi muvembi tuyo kusaga mwabalina abaana abawala omwana omwala botamukolere bagenda mukola nnyo. That's a comment I saw on that video on TikTok. Atenga muwala ye yagitaddeko. You get it? You guys that have baby girls, banange first stop even giving birth and make money to make sure that your baby girl will live a comfortable life. Omwana mwali badde mukola nnyo ne babeera comfortable. By the way, a comfortable life is not bad. I think in Africa we are glorifying suffering. We have glorified suffering a lot, that we think people that are not suffering bobati obayina ekibulamu oba mukama tajja bawa mikisa mukama asobola okuwa emikisa bonna woli. It's not like you need to suffer. It's not like you need ngera we tugenda nga we are victimizing people that have not yet built houses. Bichi gwe tofe ojja nakufana nyumba bagitune nga tebana bana kuika. Okisegeera. I think there are things that we glorify a lot that don't really make sense. Kolerera abaana bo ba saving gire batere yo trust funds batere the saving schemes engale za prudential za bagita bateno. There is that other insurance that gives you things. Obo bagulira bonds okisegeera obo bazimbira nyumba za abapangisa, do all those things. Abaana bo naddala abaana abawala. You guys have abana abawala bemula abayimira no ku speak ekiro ababerere bwayise ku mabito eri bwayise oberi natete. You know here those abagenda eri ebusega ku best ne betunda abana abawala bonna bemulaba majority of them bazadde babwe tebategeka zenkubuye. Yes, mulimu abana baba mu family engagga, those cases are there. Nete kiza ntokolerera mwana omukolerere aberewo nga tawanka. You guys waliwo abaana abawala be baaliranga mu motoka mu garaji naye nga kiki makanika muli olwokuba avuge amanye okuvuga ku motoka kati bwe kamulengera kati nga avuge motoka olwokuba tekakiraba nga keewaabwe bambi ne kabuguma. Naye kati omwana bw'akula nga alaba kitaawe nga avuga maama we nga avuga okitegeera embeera tajja kuwankawo tajja kubuukabuuka tebajja muliira bwereere ono naalya n'oli naalya bwebamuzako mu kyawutulanda we naalya ne bamutuuza mu vitizi n'oyo naalya kugamba omwana wo n'afuuka kisekererwa. Bananga balina abaana abawala mukole nnyo. That's important. It's very important for us to remind ourselves of those things. I know it's omuntu bw'akyogerako bw'atyo oba olabanga yeggagasa. Me, I don't have a baby girl. Somehow I'm proud I don't have abaana abawala. Mwana mwali soka ateeka ku pressure. Ate era osobola muwa buli kimu nga Frank Gashumba bwe yawa muwala we. Era n'akwonoonera obulamu bwonna. Kati Gashumba takyalina moral authority eyogera ku bawala bakola mpisa mbi. Kyobola benna kuzinaakuba basajja. Luli yakubanga abakazi. Naye alina we yatuuka. Nga takyalina right ekuba bakazi kuba n'owuwe byakuba abakazi okola n'owuwe yabikola. Okitegeera. Lwakuba n'abaana abalenzi nabo kala tulina obbalabirira nabo baleme kugiraagira. Abaana you guys heard of those things that people were saying nti abaana abali ebisiyaga babirya because babawa ssente. Kati taata we bw'oba tolina ssente ng'ate era tomusomesezza talina skills muyambako okukola ssente ajja kwesanga bwe bibanga byaddala babikolera ssente ng'era bamuwadde ssente n'abikola. Okitegeera. So kati tulina ffe ng'abazadde actually ffe abazadde b'omulembe gwaffe tukole nnyo tubeereko ne ssente nze mbabuulira. Abazadde bedda bo bazaalanga buzaazi and then I realized that waliwo abazadde abazaala nga ye future ye yamulemu kolera nasala wazaala abaana abali mukolera future. Kanzaala abaana balingula emmotoka, kanzaala abaana balintwala e Bulaaya, kanzaala abaana balinkolera kino. Ffe tubyekolere olinnyeko ku nnyonyi oleme gamba nti abaana balintwala. Okitegeera. Abaana balimaliriza ennyumba plasta munaamukuba naaki mami bw'abaana ajja wano musooke mukube ennyumba yange plasta ebyo osanga amaka g'abantu nga fridge mukoye yagireeta entebe mukoye yazireeta kwegambanga ebintu eby'omulembe byonna nga bwe birimu senga tekwali kwanjula tebyali baddemu. Okitegeera. But anyway guys, esaawa yo basibula bakwesiza basibula nga sibasomye mannya kati awo munyumirwe ka view naye nga tukole nnyo naddala mu abalina abaana abawala. Mukole nnyo Antonio, mukole nnyo Pade, mukole nnyo otherwise nja kuba nti ng'erinnyo olwo ndi wanika Arthur Kisenyi PhD teka ka PhD ng'olwo ka PhD ategeeka kuba muwalawo. Okitegeera. Kati abaana mbaweerere bagende bagatteko ebitabo ebyo byonna nga buli kyayagala okikola. Nyina mukama wange he's a Norwegian and he had his daughter. Abantu abamanyi otegekera abaana baabwe
yamuweera omwana n'akola degree yasooka kuba yali mu busawo omwana n'agamba sikyagala beera musawo n'amuweera degree yaddako ndoozi yali mu fashion omwana n'agamba kati sikyabyagala n'addamu n'amuweera mu culinary arts kati chef kati bwa chef bw'akola omwana olwamala okusoma nga alina ne boyfriend we taata n'abawo ennyumba n'abawo emmotoka osegera of course tabawa nyumba zino zigoroofa zino bo abazungu babeera mu apartments n'abawo apartment n'abawo emmotoka okitegeera like somehow we are demonizing those things here in Africa naye nga si bibi omwana osobola omuwa amaka n'omugamba gaago n'omuwa emmotoka yiiyo okitegeera it's not a bad thing bw'okikolera abaana bo after all baana bo Sara. Bananga bagala okumpa kusendera pre-purchase inspection muzimpe tugende tugule moroka we buy the car ogende weyagale neba aba ne banywa amata n'abaana ba makanika wange nabo banywa amata ne URF n'omusolo because kati URF guno omwaka ngenda giweera omusolo ngenda giwa income tax era sente zenfuna wano nazo nzidiclearinga nengamba URA zino nazikola YouTube yampayo zino inspection inafunayo zino nemba wako 30% yabo okitegeera simanyo ba makanika wange akola income tax naye nze nkola nkola income tax era lwesa akola income tax namukola obubi banfaining emitwala nene URA etwefunira era junior olugira bwati nga ngende wa accountant nga tutula we sit for an entire day trying to do file returns for both me and my companies. So guys, mwebale kubeera ku broadcast bwetu betwakoze inspection y'eggulo but one bwoba ogenda kujja n'omuntu bambi to do inspection tajja later fuba okulaba ng'ojja naye omulundi gumu ojana yo mulundi gumu. It's important then we get briefing nga tetunagenda ne twetegeka okusinga okutuuka mu field because sometimes ojja kuŋŋamba emmotoka ya bbeeyi tugende tufune ya layisi. I will not refuse. Sijja gaana gendayo wadde nga nkimanyi naye nja gendayo sometimes for you to get satisfied that you know what the price y'emmotoka yeeno. But we have experienced that a number of times. Ne mutuka ku mmotoka nga bambi mmotoka kati ate bwe mutuka ku mmotoka emmotoka ebeerako ababroka abangi kati ababroka abo abangi ebiseera ebisinga batandika okulaba Arthur nga enemy and I don't want to have that relationship. Bwe tuba nga tugenda kulaba mmotoka kati waliwo broker agira n'omukubira essimu engeri gy'omukubira essimu nzija kusasula kati bw'otuukawo n'atunula ku Arthur bw'ati ng'abadde agenda kuguza ogummotoka ogubi nze ba stumbling block okitegeera. I'm not essaawa eyo mba siyaasiina gwe nnyamba essaawa eyo mba mulemesa okitegeera naye kambasiibule lindako nyina comment zesinasoma wano zirabika okunyuma. Say, well, don't be proud because of boys. These days the gays have money. I make money. Nze nkola sente abaana bange mbategeka saagala. But still Sheila isn't doing bad in life. She works and earns. The same ina ko buzibu. Arthur advised me for who stay in Wachiso Baka. Recommend a fuel friendly car. Pass off it easy. Bosuka wa atorozo bochari fuel friendly. Bobono nya fuel friendly. Simanyi sente zo ina demwe basajja mwe muyonje. Dabe muyina sente. Mark X consumes more than the Mark II Grand definitely Isaac Muyanga. Is it normal for a 1000 liter, a 1000cc vehicle 40 liters. It's not. With no AC, that car should take you a minimum of 16 kilometers. Ata webe nywedde era bubi. Okitegeera. Ebe nywedde bubi. Yali badde kuwanga kali 13 katugambe 13. Ngovuze jamu mungi, but if there is no jam, you should be going 16, 17. But I sat in both cars, Vanguard and Kaundo. Here I disagree with you. Vanguard has more space. I'm not looking for space. Me, when I'm driving a car, I'm looking for comfort. Me, I want to sit in a car and it hugs me like this. Which again, me, I don't want to sit in a car and I feel like I'm seated in a train. Like the Vanguard makes you feel like you're seated in a train. Which again, I want to sit in a car and it hugs me and it holds me like this. Yeah? In Africa, we think okubona wana kwekola. Ekyo kibi nnyo nnyo tetulina kubona ate n'abaana bamwe temubabonyaawonya. Okitegeera. Pro Edusave. Katuva ku Pro Edusave waliwo endala ya insurance kyeyo. But so okay. Ebisiega bingi. Dini babikuyingiza buyingiza. Byonna byogere, but still I love one more girl. Saagala balenzi. Baby girls are sweet and adorable. Ndeka mwabasajja abagaba abagala ozaala abaana abawala mulabika muvubuka abamwe temukoze bikolobero. Nze bikolobero benda bavuka bye bakola. Naye even men on my daughter I will go broke. Walai. Even me on my daughter, both Count and Vanguard and Ralph are equally good cars. They are not bad cars, but may I find that there are things that the Vanguard doesn't give me that the Kaundo will give me. Okitegeera. Nze mukoleredde talina kyangamba nsigazza musomesa paka kuwulira bubi. Amina Paul Katunze Muyomba. Chairman Zach, good morning. Obulanyo Arthur. Ebyoyogerako byennyini, you are speaking my mind. This year nkoma okusalako. Amina. Don't they have free education in Norway? Because in Denmark education is free and that's why people try different courses. No ya ono mwana we yamuwerera mu nsi ndala. Okitegeera, I think obama mwana asomera US. Arthur, how is Sienta? Kamotoka kalungi nnyo. Nakavugako muwulira bannanga batayagala Sienta. Nanga I work for my children. Antonio, wadde olina ssente abaana basobola okubakuba enjiri ne beegatta ku mugendo. If taxi drivers kumpempewa ate olu makanika asobola n'okugira mu Range Rover. Kasito kitegedde mbu you sit in the car and you feel like you are in the train. Nathan, waliwo moroka ezenzima moroka imbe ntalako gambu space otula moroka nga pakeri kati otula wano passenger muno n'atula wali nze njagala moroka nenjitulamu nempulira nga ntudde mu moroka singa ninga ate most SUVs, by the way, most SUVs bubanga atudde mu train teziri comfortable, ziba n'emito banaye tamba sibule mwebale kubeera ku broadcast bantu banga. I don't take you for granted. Namwe abala ba broadcast and later on namwe aba sharing abagamba abantu ne subscribing. I thank you very much. I will never take you for granted. I know that it takes a sacrifice in terms of time, even energy to watch and data. So thank you very much. Thank you for spreading the For the Love of Cars gospel. Yeah. We try to keep the road safe and the drivers alive and healthy. Muyombia Mark, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, JFK Arts, Waboyi Nelson, Tusime, Eddie Reina, Jordan, Triple M, Oza Monsatu, Mutumba Pade Paul, Sema Todi, Ronald, Majuala Julius, Muse Masadam, Balvids, Mutumba Pade Morad Kemomo, Sebugwao Medi, Travel Live Vlog, Nuwa, Ederinya de Dararian Nemi Ntongo Helen, N. Kayongo Viani, Ben Kako, Joseph Ali Kudembe, Lubura, Chris Fitness, Nuhurira Tom, Benado Dongo, Brian Wanyama, Jombo Juma, Senyonga, Ronald, Edwin Mugerwa, BU Services Uganda, Ocholoi, Daniel, Ben Wycliffe, Mugalu, Joseph Ali Kudembe, Brian Wanyama, Lukwago Arthur, Habat Sab, Kanso Patrick Asiku, Katamba Isaac Katende, Nawimanya Kevin, Ani James Adolfo, Fred and Life Stories, Mutumba Pade naenda kumaze, Nathan, Edwin Mugerwa, Rogers Ajuna, Frank Waswa, Bukenya Abi, Twaha Walakira Jerome, Munich Miniak, Lucky Mose, Nanyange Hana, Council Patrick Asiku, okay, Andrew Okuni, Gerald Sonko, Kaboso Viani Matembe, Abdur Nasa, Keys Suna Official, Tabazi Dina, Katurebe Julius, Abubeka Ibrahim, Gerald Sonko, Brian Wanyama, Mugisha Fred, Abubeka Nkumaze, Senkindu John, JK, J Sekaja, Muyanga Isaac, Nelly Shine Arthur, John Vian, Munoza sibamazeyo bantu bange, Paul Katunze Muyomba. But I thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. I don't take it for granted. Zahar Kabs, Matovu Jude, great to be here again. Amin. But guys, thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. Onakulu encha tujja kuba tulabagana kusawa emine dakika 15 encha lwengenda okwogera ku what makes your car a sports car. Why am I doing this broadcast? Because bampereza video nga bangamba abana babu VTs buno bo RS bo sports cars. So tomorrow we are going to be exploring that. What makes your car a sports car? Sebunya Emmanuel Nabali Mukamoli, thank you very much. I wish you a very lovely day. May God bless you. Ciao.